morning, afternoon, and or evening. My name is Derek, aka Professor Silly, and welcome to my journey through the history of heavy metal albums. What is heavy metal? Well, it doesn't really matter for us to define it. Different people define it in different ways. What I'm doing here is I'm listening to any album that is considered by either critics or by fans to be important to the history of heavy metal music. Who am I, and why does my opinion matter? I'm just a Gen X musician that played some heavy metal in my past and wanted to experience some of the albums that I never quite got around to experiencing in the first place. And so here we are. My opinion doesn't matter at all. I'm just a dude. Now, in order to keep this channel going and keep these videos up, I do need to consider copyright law and keep things fair use. For that reason, I will be talking over the music. That is what makes these videos okay to be on YouTube. I will put a link to the original album in the description. So if you want to go check out the album without me yammering over it, you should definitely do that. Frankly, I don't think I should rate anything based on a single listen, so I listened to this album a week ago, and then I listened to it all week. I'm going to show you my reaction to the first time I listened to it, and then I'll come back and give you my final thoughts. All right, this week, Scorpions. Undeniably, they became a metal band. I don't know if they're going to be metal quite yet. I've listened to every album before this one, and none of the albums after this one. So, as of right now, In Trance is my favorite. Virgin Killer, there was parts of it I loved, and then there's parts of it that I didn't love. So it's kind of like splitting. Apparently, this is the last one with that lead guitar player, who I'm finding is my favorite thing about them. So, I have high hopes for this album. We're still in 77. I'm curious what this album is going to sound like. None of the tracks look familiar to me, and it looks like the version I have available to me, this looks like it is a 2015 remaster. So let's get it going. One note before I hit play. I'm using a different program now, and it's all condensed to one file. I think I've equalized the sound, but if the volume of the music and the volume of my voice feels off, you let me know, and I'll make adjustments going forward. So the first track is Steamrock Fever. I already like guitars. Yeah. I like the Scorpions best when they're like heavy, driving. Yeah.
Steamrock Fever in LA. Steamrock Fever, screaming rock, believers. Steamrock Fever in LA. Alright.
I don't know. I mean, okay, I got thoughts. I'm gonna wait until the end of the track.
Steamrock Fever, screaming rock, believers. Steamrock Fever in LA. Steamrock Fever, screaming rock, believers.
It's going on a little long now.
Steamrock Fever in LA. Steamrock Fever,
Okay,
screaming rock, believers.
get it, Klaus.
Steamrock Fever in LA.
Okay, we're fading out. Right. Last week, I had put forth a theory that all of the bands were trying to like achieve massive popularity and through radio, because this is pre-MTV, so through radio play, becoming the biggest bands in the world, biggest band in the world. Like besides Sex Pistols, every band was striving for that. And certainly, the Scorpions are going to be chasing popularity and success when it gets into the early to mid 80s. We're going to get to that point. But the notable exception to that would be like prog rock bands that go for like the 14-minute long tracks. We're clearly not going to get on the radio with that. And that's like music to listen to on an album and get really stoned to. Now maybe I want to be right, but that sounded heavier, and also not only heavier but also less radio friendly than I think any other Scorpions I've heard so far, which is promising. I'm hoping I'm right. All right, gonna hit burn this. We'll burn the sky. Where I like the Scorpions is when they get heavy. Where I don't like the Scorpions is where they get all ballad focused, which is going to be a big part of their later career.
I'm in love with the sunshine. I'm in love with the falling rain. Everything seems to call your name. Yesterday, we're leaving life.
Question at this point: are they going to make it interesting?
Everything wants you back again. Wants you back again. Wants you back again.
I like what that bass is doing. It's not complex, but it fits really well.
I found myself through you, and there was love in my life. I've been always naturally high, and my love had a home, but now my mind has started to roam. You're my life-giving fire, and you carried all my love. Through you I was so inspired, you're engraved deep in my heart.
Nice. Tasty.
My dreams recall us being one.
Now we're back onto
For
the
you to be free, the
stage or the spotlight,
life
music theater.
you have always been. I feel blue since you've gone. Your breath of love surrounded me. When can I
Ballads.
join you to be free? Join you to be free.
About halfway through the track.
Join you to be free.
This is the longest track? No. No, it's not. The lead is really far back in the mix.
Can this be a dream? There is a voice in my head. It belongs to you, it says. Don't cry, no need to be sad. There's a way to stay with you again. It's more than you ever had, and no death breaks us apart. Our timeless love always grows because you are my other
I really like when they do that. Very interesting harmonies.
I know we've never been apart. Your love sets fire to my heart. We burn the sky when it's time for me to die. We burn the sky. Oh yeah. We burn the sky. Oh yeah.
I'm gonna be a bit nitpicky about this one, honestly. This is one of the most popular tracks on the album, though. Second most plays. No. Yeah. Yeah, going on a little long. '70s fade out. Okay. So the parts on that I liked, I really liked. The parts on it I didn't like, And I don't know, it doesn't really feel like any of it really went together. It felt fragmented. So as of now, I didn't like that song nearly as much as the first track. It had its moments, but... Alright, I've Got to Be Free. Nice chord work.
Don't you wanna see?
much like the earlier ones, the guitars was really elevating it for me. Oh man, I'm looking forward to hearing what Uri does after this. I mean, the song itself is very meh to me, but the guitar work. Fade out. Okay. So after he leaves Scorpions, Uri, the guitar player, forms a new band called Electric Sun. I've got 3 albums I'm tracking. I've only had one person recommend them. I mean, I'm going to listen to them either way. The question is whether I do videos on them or not. So what's I find interesting is that I'm tracking like the metal subgenres as well. And up to this point, like pretty much everything is just classic. There's no subgenres. It's either proto metal or it's classic metal. Electric Sun is the second group that has a subgenre attached to it. Motorhead's the first. Motorhead, who never said denied that they were metal, could be considered the dawn of speed metal. But Electric Sun is the dawn of neoclassical metal, which later on, that's like 79 is the first album of that, and like later on, that's gonna be like the Inge Malmsteen subgenre of metal. So either way, I want to listen to Electric Sun. The question again is just whether I'm going to make videos on it or not. So if clearly it's going to be influential. So if you think I should definitely hit this lead guitar player's later work, let me know in a comment so that I make sure not to skip it. Right, track 4, The Riot of Your Life. Man, getting that pinky dissonant note. I'm curious if that's going to still exist in the rhythm guitar after Uri leaves. Digging this more. Again, I got lead guitar. Been harmonized. When I think of neoclassical metal, part of my brain goes to the movie The Money Pit. The reason it goes to the Money Pit is because at the end, like the wedding, I think, the orchestra director that's been hitting on the fiance, Shelley Long, the entire time, is doing a thing, and there's a band, and so it's like an orchestra, a guitar, and it's I don't know. This is reminding me of that for sure. Very interesting sonic effects. They're definitely sounding more experimental on this album. And not in a bad way. All right. Another fade out. 70s were obsessed with fade outs, weren't they? All right. Yeah. I dug on that. This next track, it is the one with the most plays on YouTube Music. And that is the Sails of Charon. Charon? 13 million plays. Like, because some of these only have like 500,000. And this has got 13 mil. The We'll Burn the Sky at 11. So, yeah. By quite a range. I got a fade in. Trippy. Trippy. How long is this track? A little over 5 minutes? If it's got the most listens, it's not going to do this the entire time, I'm pretty sure. Although I'd be okay with that. I don't have who's wrote what. I'm going to start having that at the bottom. So I'm not hiding behind that bar. There we go. But I'm guessing this is by Roth. Yes.
Dark night, there is no light in the realm of the black magic man.
Oh, it sounds like they're taking a
Soul's flight
cue from Rainbow.
light of the destroyer's magic
Yeah?
land.
Yeah. Taking a big cue from Rainbow. This is the most Dio-esque I've heard Klaus sound. And that sounds like Blackmore type writing. Until there. Yeah, this sounds like a Blackmore riff. Considering Rainbow is one of the few one of the few 5-star albums in the 70s, late 70s so far. Taking a cue from them is not a bad idea. Weird. And then back to sounding like Roth. Is that it? Yeah, almost. What an interesting track. I feel like they're equal parts influence, well, maybe not equal parts, but there's a little bit of Rush influence on that one as well, I think. Rainbow and Rush. Interesting. I was just also pulling up the original track listing to make sure that, which of course now I do have who wrote what, and yeah, that was written by Roth. Not surprised by that. He wrote this next one too. I want to make sure I was listening to like the original track listing. What I have in front of me has another track on it that's not on the original. It's on the 2001 reissue. It was a bonus track. So I'm not going to listen to that one. It was not on the original album. So this next one is called Your Light. Problem with knowing who wrote it is I feel I might like it more automatically. Tasty. Cool. Yeah, he really does channel Hendrix, doesn't he? Like everywhere, like all the time.
When there is no love for you, you'll find him and it's alright. It's alright. It's alright. When you feel down and low, when you've got no place to go, and when no one smiles hello, he's by your side, you know. When you're getting deaf and blind, when you drive one leg behind, and when you're finally gonna lose your mind, it's alright. It's alright. It's alright. 'Cause he is by your side. 'Cause he will be your guide. 'Cause he will be your light, and you're not alone. You're not alone. You're not
Wow. Nice. Now I see the Sails of. I've got information pulled up. I can't resist. The Sails of Charon was covered by Testament and an in-game mouse team. And the next track was covered by a couple of power metal bands and a thrash metal band and Exodus. Crazy. I wouldn't have guessed that this album would be influential on power and thrash metal. There it is. All the music is written by the two guitar players, by the way. All right. And then with that, we have heard all of the songs that were musically written by Roth. The last two were both written by Schenker. So this next one is the one that was covered by the thrash metal bands, huh? It's called He's a Woman, She's a Man, no, and power metal. Halloween, which I definitely have some Halloween on my. I don't know if I have it on my queue. I kind of want to include it, even if if it doesn't get votes, because I have fond memories of listening to Halloween during my high school years. Exodus, I'm pretty sure Exodus is on my queue. Let's recheck that real quick. Control F, Exodus. Yeah. Bonded by Blood. from 1985 is definitely on the queue. That's definitely what I'm going to be covering. That's the only Exodus album I have on my queue as of right now. It's the only one I'm even tracking. And it is considered, thrash and speed metal. But that is not the one that has... Oh, I don't know. It doesn't say what album. No, it's 2025. So they covered this next track way later. Right. Anyway, he's a woman, she's a man. Okay, I can already see why this was covered by power and thrash metal bands. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, this is short, relatively. Oh, this is fun. Yeah. Nice. Woman. That German accent. Ooh, and I just noticed that one, this is the last album of 1977. So starting next week, 1978. Secondly, Tokyo Tapes is in 78. And I'm really looking forward to that because I want to hear how all this... people have said that all of these tracks sound even better live, and that's common with a lot of these bands. So I'm very curious to hear that. And then thirdly, I just noticed that the Sails of Charon was lauded, according to Wikipedia, by Megadeth frontman Dave Mustaine. When I think of the Scorpions, the first song that always comes to mind is the one that paved the way for me with lead guitar playing and the incredible shred factor. And that song is the one, the only Sails of Charon. For any guitar player that was going to the Guitar Institute of Technology, it was almost an unwritten rule that you had to learn the solo to be worth your salt. So, excellent. And also lauded that one we just heard. Inexcusable outbursts of shredding guitar. All right. Got one more track. Born to Touch Your Feelings. Now, we've only had one song that was touching on that, like, the Scorpions are kind of known for their power ballads once they get into the 80s, and that's the Scorpions that I knew before coming into this project, and the Scorpions that I didn't like. We've only had one. That second track was kind of touching on that power ballad thing, although it had some cool stuff going on. Probably my least favorite track on the album so far, though. I don't know. Born to Touch Your Feelings sounds like it's going to be a power ballad type thing, but we'll see. I don't know. It sounds contemplative. This is the longest track. Uh-oh. It is. Not sure how I feel about that.
I was born from the sound
Uh-oh.
of the string. Someone to give everything, to be a song just for your feeling.
All right, I'm trying to give it a chance.
Close your eyes and I'll try to get in, to waken your heart like the spring. 'Cause I was born to touch your feelings.
Were you? Were you really?
Steal the chime, take the song and be glad. Be free as the birds, don't be sad. Your time will come, I'll make you feel it. You're still young, like the sun after rain. Follow the light, it's not in vain. And you will see, I'll touch your feelings. Dee dee da 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 da. You got your songs, they are every day. For a while, just the only way to feel alright. You've got your songs, they are every day. For a while, just the only way to feel alright.
I mean, it's well done.
We're born just to lose or to win, to be someone's child and
We're only about a third of the way through.
to live between your mind and feelings. Find your way, check it out, learn each day. Follow the light, it's not in vain. And you will see I touch your feelings. Dee dee da 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 da.
Got that waltz feel. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
You've got your songs, they are every day. For a while, just the only way. Feel alright. You've got your songs, they are every day. For a
Very repetitive already.
the only way. Feel alright.
Sound of the strings. 君の心の for song.
Japanese.
歌になるために to give everything. 音のせいから to be.
They sound like they're like right up on close.
目を閉じてごらん。そしたら僕は君の心に入り春のように君を目覚めさせてみよう。
I mean, that's interesting for sure. And an otherwise unremarkably blase songwriting bit.
みんなに与え
Uit de geluid van de gitaar
君の心の
voor een
歌
zomer
になるために 音のせ
Okay,
い
where are we going with this?
probeer een zingen
生まれた just for
Track's almost over.
目を閉じてごらん。
It'd be a trippy way to end it if everything else fades out but the voices.
春のように君を目覚めさせてみよう。だって僕は君の心に触れるために生まれたんだから。僕は全て
I think that might be what they're doing. Or they're gonna go hard cut. Oh, that's a 70. They're gonna go hard cut.
歌になるために音のせいから生まれた。
alleen voor een gevoel.
目を閉じてご
That
らん。
sounds like maybe that was some German there.
そしたら僕は
Daarmee probeer ik
君の心に入り
kon naar je
Totally, what are you doing?
春のように
Fade out the music, leave the voices.
君を目覚めさせてみよう。
And now fade out the voices. Well, that was the most interesting part about that song. I feel like listening to that song, I felt like the whole band felt that the songwriting was a little bit boring, and so they were like individually trying to come up with ways to make it more interesting. I heard the bass, like on the second verse, was doing stuff that the guitar player in the first verse. I don't know how I'm going to feel. I mean, as interesting as those voices were at the end, I don't think that's something that I'm going to be more into with each listen. I don't know, that last track, I'm not sure how I'm going to feel about it. But there was some really cool stuff happening on this album. So I'm going to listen to it for a full week, and then I'm going to come back and give my final thoughts and rating on this album. Okay, much like the other Scorpions albums, the more I listened to it, the more the lead guitar really resonated with me. For that reason, the Sails of Charon by far was my favorite on this album. I did check out the live version, and honestly, I mean, the live version was cool. And it informed like what all was happening in the song, but I like the album version better. That's not always the case. Usually the live version's like, oh yeah, I like the live version better. But in this case, no. This album version is really cool. The live version's good, but this version's really cool. I ended up loving I've Got to Be Free. Roth shines throughout that song. The Riot of Your Time. The melody, I really enjoyed the melody on that, plus the guitar, but the melody really hit me. Your Light, very tasty, just throughout. And He's a Woman, She's a Man. That is just, it's nicely heavy. I didn't love the vocals on it as much, but the guitars made up for that, by far. Finally, I got a cat in here with me. Finally, Steamrock Fever, I really enjoyed. Will Burn the Sky was okay. The guitars were really good. Otherwise, it's kind of just a blast song for me. And then I really didn't like Born to Touch Your Feelings. Even on repeated listens, it didn't really hit me. So those are my rankings. That all averaged together puts this album solidly an A. It's even got a higher score than the BOC the week before. So they kind of recaptured what they did with In Trance, I think. The kind of missteps of the ballads on Virgin Killer. Not really being found here. There's no really, there's a couple of songs that are a little slower, and those were my least favorite tracks, but they weren't really ballads per se. So yeah. I'm really looking forward to Tokyo Tapes. And as you can see, we also have the next studio Scorpions album over here. Boop, boop, boop. So down here we have all the upcoming albums. I'm really excited about next week. Next week, the Judas Priest has been hyped by multiple commenters. So I'm very much looking forward to that. In fact, I'm going to listen to it right after I finish recording this. So I'm yay for me. Keep the comments, keep the suggestions coming. I've got a queue. We're done with 77. Starting next week, we're starting with 78, and then 79. Fun fact. I crunched the numbers. The stuff we've listened to so far in 1977, 92% baby boomer, 8% silent generation. So this is very much a product of that generation. There's still a couple of UFO has some silent generation. Blue Oyster Cult has a silent generation. So there's still some old fogies lingering around, but generally it's 90-some% baby boomers creating this hard rock music. So like and subscribe if you would be so kind, if you enjoy my journey and being on the journey with me. You can also jump over to my gaming channel and subscribe and or even become a member over there if you want to actually financially support me a little bit more, tiny little amounts. You're welcome to come over there. I also have a Discord and stuff you can inquire about. Discord's more about gaming than it is about music, but it is what it is. And I will gladly, hopefully, see you next time. I hope you have a great rest of your whatever, wherever you are in your day, whenever you are in your day. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Ta-ta.